it brings it to life for the students. It doesn't matter what they see here. They go away with an appreciation of what the pioneers went through.
So you're just steering from behind right now.
Just helping steer and brake.
These are some big ruts you're dealing with.
Is this what they have to do the whole 1,000 miles?
Well, on the bad patches, I suspect it was. Hello and welcome to the Supercast. I'm your host, Superintendent Anthony Godfrey. As thousands of Utahns enjoy parades, rodeos, fireworks, and other festivities to celebrate Pioneer Day, it's time to pack up and take a field trip for a hands-on lesson in history for some Jordan School District elementary school students. On this episode of the Supercast, we follow teachers and their students to This Is the Place Heritage Park, where the lives and times of Utah's early settlers come alive. It is a live history lesson you won't want to miss. We're talking with Miss Crane at This Is the Place Heritage Park. You have a bunch of students here today. Tell us about that.
They're so excited. We've been talking about pioneers, and finally they get to experience the stuff that we've been talking about, the hand carts and school. They're going to be able to go to a pioneer school and see what it was like.
Yeah.
And we get to ride the train, which is exciting for them, and go to the saddle shop. So just different things that the pioneers experience, these guys get to see and do. And some of them will never make it up here, so this is a fun field trip for them to experience that.
Well, I have to admit, I've never been to this park myself, so I'm glad that you got me here as well. And this makes the learning that you've been doing in class very real. You've been doing this for a number of years. Tell me about the impact that this field trip has on students.
Oh, it brings it to life for the students. It doesn't matter what they see here. They go away with an appreciation of what the pioneers went through and a knowledge of stuff that we've been talking about, hands-on experience. So it means a lot to the kids.
Today this is the place because it's beautiful. It's the end of May. We're going to be playing this in July or posting it in July, but the foothills are bright green. It looks beautiful up here. This is a great way to spend an afternoon in May with your fourth graders. So I see that they're already lined up on some of the hand carts over there, some students are. Tell me about some of the experiences they have while they're here.
They'll get to pull the hand carts, push. At one point they'll be pushing, and then they'll switch and they'll be pulling the hand cart. So they see how hard it was going, because they make it really rocky and hilly out there for them.
Okay.
So they experience that. When they go to the school, they will learn that they used to have to line up boys' line and a girls' line, and they had to curtsy and bow to the teacher.
Oh yeah, okay.
So
did you put curtsying and bowing to the teacher into your regular rotation?
I try to do it. They just laugh at me. And then they learn the Deseret alphabet of what the pioneer children were learning.
Oh yes, the Deseret alphabet.
Way back then. So,
yeah.
And then today we got to go to the saddle shop. I haven't been to the saddle shop for a while. And so they'll learn how they used to do the saddles, what kind of materials that they need, where they get their materials. So that's kind of interesting.
I grew up in Indiana, not Utah, so I did not get to go to any of these places. I also didn't have a Utah history class, so it's good to gain a little extra knowledge here today about Utah history. How many years have you been bringing students up here, and has it changed over time?
I've been doing this about 30 years.
Oh, wow.
And it's changed a lot. It's very different than it used to be. They've brought in more buildings. They've refined the experience a little better. So the kids get to ride on the train, which is a new thing.
Do the kids get pretty excited, like they have to? They know it's coming. They're in third grade, and they know next year we get to go to This Is the Place Heritage Park.
They're excited. A couple of years ago, the water main broke the day that we were coming up, and it just devastated the fourth graders because we didn't get to come because they had big problems up here that day, and it was really sad.
Oh, that's too bad.
We've been waiting for it.
They'd
the
been
whole
looking
year.
forward to it. Oh,
So,
dang.
but yes, it has changed a lot. They've really made it a more enjoyable. It was always enjoyable, but they just honed in and made it so much fun.
Well, it's really engaging. Even just walking in here, there was a lot to see, a lot that I hated to pass up as I caught up with you guys.
One of the nice things about bringing them here is a lot of times the kids will bring their parents back, in the summer to see some of the stuff that they weren't able to see
Oh, yeah.
before. So they'll get to come up here and experience with their families. And
Yeah.
that's part of them coming up here and experiencing that.
I love that. I love that involvement.
And the fun thing about doing Utah history with the kids in 4th grade is they have more of an appreciation when they hit 7th grade
Yeah.
and really dig into it more than I get a chance to do that now.
Yeah.
So,
Is Utah history one of your favorite things to teach?
yes, I love teaching Utah history. I just don't have enough time to get everything in that I want to get in.
What are some of your favorite things to teach?
The Mountain Men. And
I saw there's an event in June with the Mountain Men up here.
yeah,
tell
one
us more about
one of our
that.
teachers just went to an event last weekend, Memorial Weekend in Ogden. I'd never heard about it, but they have this big rendezvous in Ogden, and she went up to the rendezvous and was able to get some stuff to share with the kids.
Yeah.
So that was kind of exciting. I loved when the pioneers came across from Nauvoo and the trek that they took. I like to put them in wagons, and then they draw cards every day to see what kind of conditions they're experiencing that day. They might have lost all their water. They might have had an animal die, or they might have. It was great weather. They get to go 15 miles ahead, so they're trying to reach Salt Lake, or
So that random factor gets thrown into
yes.
the
So that's
teach.
kind of a fun thing to do with them, is have them experience that. So.
Very cool. That's great. Well, there's nothing like being right here in the setting that can really provide that hands-on experience. Oh, there's a lot of participation and a lot of attention being paid here. They're into it.
Yeah, some of them have never been here, and this is exciting for them.
Oh, there's the train in the background. There they go.
One of our groups.
Yeah. So, speaking of other groups, you were on the podcast earlier because one of your former students is teaching, but there are others in the district that you taught who are now teachers.
Yes, I taught Emily Crane. She's at Elk Meadows, and Kristen Clegg. I don't know exactly what school she's at right now, but they're former students of mine.
Yeah?
I actually taught with Emily at Elk Meadows.
Is Emily a relation?
No relation.
No relation.
No relation
Just
to
accept,
me, but
accept a year of teaching.
yeah, I had Emily when I taught a 3rd-4th split at Riverton Elementary, and I taught Kristen at Riverton Elementary also. So it's nice to see some of my former students come on and they're amazing teachers.
I bet they are.
I've
They had
heard
a good
nothing
start.
but- I've
You
heard
start
nothing-
learning by watching your own teachers, so
They're amazing.
good. Well, that's awesome. Well, thank you for providing this experience for students. It's really fun for them to be up here, and it's really fun for me to be up here, so thank you.
Yeah, we got you out of the office.
You got me out of the office. That's right. That's one of the beautiful things about the Supercast. I do get to step out of the office. Stay with us when we come back. More with the students visiting This Is the Place Heritage Park.
Never miss an episode of the Supercast by liking and subscribing on your favorite podcasting platform. Find transcripts for this episode and others at supercast.jordandistrict.org.
Are you looking for a job right now? Looking to work in a fun and supportive environment with great pay and a rewarding career? Jordan School District is hiring. We're currently filling full and part-time positions. You can work and make a difference in young lives and education as a classroom assistant or a substitute teacher. Apply to work in one of our school cafeterias, where our lunch staff serves up big smiles with great food every day. We're also looking to hire custodians and bus drivers. In Jordan School District, we like to say, people come for the job and enjoy the adventure. Apply today at employment.jordandistrict.org.
We're following the hand carts along a course that was set up, I think, to concentrate some of the more difficult parts of the trail. They had to go up and down hills that were very close to each other. So they were racing down the hill and then struggling to get up on the other end. And then there are boards, railroad ties it looks like, put across the trail in an alternating pattern to try to make it tough, and they succeeded. This was difficult, but there's enthusiasm because it's very short. It's difficult, but it's short, and water bottles are at the ready, so I think everyone's going to be all right. How's it feeling, guys?
Hurts. Not for me, because mainly if you just let Briggs, we're only doing one thing, and that one thing is just stopping. We don't have to worry. Let the people in front do it, okay?
Okay. So you're just steering from behind right now.
You're just helping steer and brake.
These are some big ruts you're dealing with.
Is this what they have to do the whole 1,000 miles?
Well, on the bad patches, I suspect it was.
Water bottle.
Oh, water down, water down.
That was fun. Let's do it again.
You enjoyed that, huh?
I enjoyed it mainly because when I was
when
we needed to slow, I didn't have to worry because my feet.
We just go like this.
Just didn't go into them. Yeah. 4 times I've actually almost went under.
All right, you got to back it into a parking spot now.
Okay.
We're talking with 2 of the 4th graders from Rosamond who are visiting today. Tell us a little bit about your experience so far.
We did a handcart pulling, and it was fun. We had to go through rocks and push and pull. And
I liked it because it was full of adrenaline. Because when we went down that, when we went down the bump, we went all the way through, and it was so fast. Me and Briggs had to stop as soon as possible, because if we didn't, we would have just went right down the hill.
What did you most like learning about Utah history in Ms. Crane's class?
She let us work on a back page on the newspaper, so it was just fun because it was a word search, and it was just fun because it just was activity, and it taught us a lot. So.
I loved learning about the different people that survived in Utah and what they did to survive, and it's just fun learning every week.
I really feel like I'm in the time period right now because we've got 4 pioneers singing along with a guitar out there in the distance. We're going to go into the leather shop here. Let's take a look.
Monkey, right. So you notice how I didn't say no to any of those animals, right? Because any animal that has skin can be turned into leathers. So the first thing is, do you think I just walk up to a cow and I say, "Hey, give me all your leather"? No? No? Okay. So that brings me to the first job. In getting leather, the first job would be a hunter, a trapper, a farmer, or maybe you came upon a dead animal, right? And then you need someone to get the skin off, and that person is called a fellmonger. A fellmonger is a compound word. Fell means it's an old-time word for skin, and monger is an old-time word for seller. Okay.
So what interested you in there with the leather work they described?
There was a lot of different animals, and the color of the skin didn't always look like what the animal would look like, and that interested me.
There was lots of different varieties, and it was hard to guess them because it's hard to tell which animal came from which fur came from which. A moose looks like it came from something else. Definitely not a moose.
We're kind of distant from the things that we use and how they're created. I don't always know where my food comes from or where the things I use every day come from. So it's interesting to see what that was like. And I have loved being here with you today, and I've learned a lot. So tell us one thing that you love about Utah history.
I love learning how where we live used to be, and how pioneers had to live, and how it's changed over 1,000 years.
I like learning about all the all the ways they lived and like all the music and like food and how they prepared stuff and how they traveled, like to just learn about anything.
Well, it's been a great day with you. Thank you very much for taking time to talk with me, and have a great remainder of the school year, and tell everyone happy 24th of July.
Thank you.
Happy 24th of July!
All right, thanks guys. Have a great day. Thanks for joining us on another episode of the Supercast. Remember, education is the most important thing you'll do today. We'll see you out there.